What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. OG here, and I have to go on a rant because I'm not a I told you so guy, right? But in this situation, I don't feel like it's a negative thing, right? I don't feel like I'm rubbing it in or anything. I feel like, if anything, I hopefully gain some trust, right? Because by no means would I ever want to misguide you guys. The whole reason I started this channel is to try to help people get away from a lot of content creators that do mislead people, right? That are all about clicks and views and the wrong things. And in turn, a lot of times people will put their trust in the wrong content creators and they sort of get burned, right? Whether it's investing time and money into a game they shouldn't have, in football terms, following tactics that they shouldn't have followed, buying players that they shouldn't have bought, whatever it is. Because there's a lot of content creators out there that will literally put content out about anything. They don't care. They just want the clicks and views. They'll give great reviews of a game. Maybe that development company will pay them for that. So you go out and buy the game and you find out it was total nonsense. You got some of these pro teams. Team Hullett's one. I don't pull punches. Team Hullett. They got he was a world champion for Team Liquid, but that's because Team Hullett got bought by them. But constantly, Team Hullett. Levy DeWee, one of my favorite players to watch in FC, right? Outside of Anders Vergang, who's just miles above all of them. I know he didn't win this year, but he is. That's beside the point. But they'll put out video after video after video of all these tactics, and it's like every time they have a tournament, they use none of it. Or at least like 98% of what they share, tactic-wise, they don't use. But they'll churn these videos out knowing, oh, they're a pro team. If he says it's good, it must be. And it's all about clicks and views. So that's just an example, but stuff gets annoying. Not speaking for Nick runs the foot market at all, but I know for a fact from Nick's mouth in one of his streams, talking about how Team Hullett always wants to collab. And he's like, no, you guys are a big part of the problem. Pushing a lot of this nonsense for clicks and views instead of, stepping up and saying what's wrong with the game. This was last year. And that's kind of how I feel. Outside of they never asked me to collaborate because obviously I'm super small. But that's how I feel about them in general. It's like they're more part of the problem than the solution. And in a way, EA Sports is their boss. They're the ones who essentially pay them from these big tournaments, and from there they blow up, right? But either way, I am not by any means a ambassador for EA Sports is kind of what I'm getting at, and I would never mislead anybody. And so when I was sitting here telling you guys how good FC26 was going to be based on the beta, based on all the fixes, just knowing the game from playing year after year after year, I know a lot of people were giving me the, how much are they paying you? Which hopefully was a joke, because they would never pay somebody as small as me. I mean, this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, video games ever. Little old me isn't going to be in their plans to promote their game. They do not need me. But nonetheless, I don't care if I had a community of 5 or 105 or 1,000,005, 10,000,005. Doesn't matter. I'm always going to shoot it straight. I'm always going to be honest. And as bad as FC25 was, as bad as the past several games have been, as bad as EA has been, as much as I despise them, I knew that they cooked, and that's what I was telling you guys, right? Now, was I a little bit nervous behind it? Yeah, because I know that, I'm a newer creator. I know that this company has done so many dumb things, so it's tough to, give them such a positive review, but, again, I was being honest. And now, if you haven't noticed, the game is on fire. Everybody loves it. It's so much fun to play. It's so much good football. But I will say, and if you've watched my stream, you already know, they still have the server issue. One day down the line, I do expect them to fix that, right? And once they do, it will be totally game over. Right now, it's still so much fun to play that it's worth dealing with some of that BS, right? And it is frustrating. There are players that you're going to play and you're going to lose to that you never would have lost to if the delay, connection issues, whatever, wasn't so bad, right? However, the Rats this year have far less to chew on, if you will. And that in itself is awesome. Not to mention how fun the game is, just the fact that the rats don't have as much to nibble on, not even close, that is, right? If some connection issues here and there is all they have to deal with, all they have to help them out, then that's perfect. Maybe some skill move spamming, but I never really considered those type of players are their own type of rats, because it does take some skill to like know all those skill moves and do them. As my voice cracks like I'm in 8th grade, and so I don't consider them full on rats, but all of the main issues that you face with players, L1 speed boost spamming, 35-yard Travella spamming when they couldn't break down your defense, just kamikazing your players to go for tacklebacks because they couldn't break down your defense, right? Everything you can think of as far as, you know, shortcuts or ratty moves, maneuvers or whatever. The defense, parking the bus, choosing a CDM, and then letting the AI win the ball every time. I mean, in case you haven't noticed, defending is extremely hard, as it should be. Defending is tough, right? And so whether you use advanced defending or tactical defending, you're going to have to manually tackle, and you're going to have to learn to push players away from goal. You're going to have to learn to be patient when to, commit to tackle, when not to. I mean, me personally, I'm having a hard time forgetting about that space that gets covered that used to get covered, right? Meaning you didn't have to be near the player. You time the tackle well enough, and you press the command, and the player would cover the distance. No. Now your distance has to be covered. It reminds me of boxing, right? If you're not in distance, you're going to swing and miss, and they're going to counter punch you and probably knock you on your face because you're not ready for it. This year in defense, if you commit to a tackle too early, your player lunges out, well, then they have a free pass to just blow right by you. So you have to really be smart. So as I'm sitting here doing my objectives and just feeling how good the gameplay is, seeing how everyone's enjoying it, and knowing that I called this, like literally, you guys can go back and check, I called this, now I'm not going to say before anybody because there's a lot of creators, but one of the earliest people to call how good this game was going to be, because a lot of people were nervous to put their stamp on it, right? But you can just tell these things, and one of the biggest things that makes this game so good is that it's so much beautiful football, and they took care of that lumbering feeling, that unresponsive, just because there's the animations, which I didn't know at the time, but the animations wouldn't fill in some of the gaps, so your players would be like holding onto the ball while the computer figures out what to do, and there just wasn't enough in there, right? Now, if you haven't noticed, there's so many different little outside the foot passes, little toe pokes. The finishing looks phenomenal. Like, they filled in all these gaps that actually made the game slow down. So people were like, how's the game going to be more responsive if they add more animations to bog down the game? No. Those animations are filling the gaps that bogged down the game, gave it that lethargic feeling, because the AI didn't know how to register, the computer, whatever you want to call it, didn't know how to register commands. So that actually made the game more realistic, quicker, and now there's even more skill to playing more things that you can do. All these things combined make the game so much fun. It's so addicting, man. I just made a video and was talking about chilling and just doing my objectives, but I had to go live. And after I get a few warm-up games in, a few more objectives games done in squad battles, I'm going to jump in and get some rivals games in. Maybe even I won that tournament earlier. I may or may not go for the rest of the rewards. I think if you win it twice, you get another reward, and win it 3 times. They're not huge rewards. I qualified for the finale on the 25th, and I got the player who's in right now, and I want to talk about him too, but I may or may not play it. Check out that video coming tomorrow. All you guys who find yourselves missing out on things, find yourselves overwhelmed because it's hard to keep up with everything, you can't figure out when to play what, I got all those answers for you. So make sure you check that out, and yeah, we'll go from there. So this player, I think his name's Doan, right? Yes, Dolan. By the way, thank you, Irving, for the support, man. I don't know if you're the only guy in here, but we appreciate, man. So, shout out Irving D. This dude he loves FC. He'll tell you himself he's not a very good player. His name's Irving D. He's not a very good player, but like he keeps at the game. So he's been a Division 10 player. He was born with some difficulties that others don't face, and so he hasn't made it out of Division 10 since he started playing, but he keeps pushing, and he has this love for the game that I haven't seen in anybody else, despite not having all the tools that we all have. So if you see Irving D on the stream, or if you want to, you see him elsewhere, sometimes he'll play UFL because it's the only game where he can get some wins in, right? So like when he plays FC, he's in Division 10. In UFL, he's actually in the Premier League over there. But we all know there's not really good players. That's where, for lack of better words, that's where the rookies go, or the non-footballers, which is fine. They need a place to play too. Not everyone is as committed to EAFC as Irving, where they'll stick to this game. But that's a testament to how good FC26 is, because a lot of players would have left after 3 years in Division 10. But shout out Irving. Thanks for always being on the streams too, man. You're my number one fan. Yeah, I really, really appreciate you, bro. All those messages supporting FC, supporting my coverage of FC. You really do hate on UFL a lot, though, bro. You don't have to be that hard on a Manson new. Well, I guess it's been in production for 8 years, but it's just a game that I started covering at the beginning, bro. I'm not leaving, going back. I know it's not a good game, but they tried, bro. So, but Irving, thank you for all that support. And watch out, UFL. You got a guy in Irving that's trying to single-handedly ruin your game, man. He's letting out all the secrets. So back to FC, though. Back to what matters. This Dolan's really good, man. He is really good. And shout out, Footbin usually has a lot of trolls, right? But they actually... Oh, my goodness. I can't get a goal. I need to get a goal with that dude. I need a Brazilian. Who did I score with? Need a Brazilian, German, Brazilian, and Portuguese. So, usually there's trolls on Footbin, but they were saying how good this Dolan is, and he really is. All right. So I got the Brazilian. I need Portuguese and German to score. Portuguese and German to score. So we need Havertz. By the way, I have 2 projects. That's what I do because I don't want to go crazy focusing on a million evolutions. There's some that I'll put on some other players here and there. But I have 2 projects that I want to build. I'm going to try to build all the way up. Get them to meta status. And that is Havertz this year and Adama Traore. Every year I do 1 to 3. Because I'm telling you, man, it pays to get... stack these evolutions on these players. I'm telling you, you can create some beasts. You got to be patient with it. Sometimes you'll see an Evo, and you'll even want to go out. You're like, man, that would be really good on this player or that player. But I'm telling you, if you wait, oh, the little self assist. We'll take it. That was sick. Sometimes you want to go put an evolution on another player that you see, but I'm telling you, hold those evolutions that make sense for your projects, as I call them, and you'll create some beasts. Yeah, this game's just insane. Now, you can feel the difference in the connection, for sure. Like, it can get pretty glitchy in the gameplay, and squad battles has it too sometimes. The other morning before I started my tournament, where I did fine, I went to 2 finals out of 2, then I lost in the quarterfinals, and then obviously now, as you know, I've won 1 since then, but I was nervous the day of that because when I was warming up in squad battles, it was so glitchy, terrible connection, and that's just totally gone now. That's just totally gone. So, it's pretty cool. Look at Havertz, just a beast. Oh, I tried to pull top, and I couldn't do it. Beautiful stuff, though. I just like where his dribblings already came, and I've... Oh, come on. Actually, I don't even know if I boosted his dribbling yet, but if he just feels sharper. Those quick little touches. But yeah, sometimes squad battles can be glitchy too. There's just something with the servers. And you absolutely still face what I would say is this year's rats, who try to take advantage of the crappy situation. Right? They'll literally change the way they play. They'll make a pass, and as they're passing, they'll start running at you. Not pass and move to get open, but pass and try to run at you because they know it's going to be a bad pass to take it off your foot before you can react. Like, there's goofy stuff, but then there's also players who are getting caught in the crossfire because you know how I feel about rats. You know, I always like to like let people see, put a face to a player, if you will, or not a face, put a voice to a player. And because of how many rats there are, because of how many people with negative intent, I've started to maybe treat some of these people guilty until proven innocent. And sometimes they're just part of the bad gameplay too, and they're just benefiting. Nothing that they're doing wrong. It's just EA servers, and it happened to help them. So why I'm saying this is I make mistakes too. That's why I share everything. I'm not perfect. I'm not a typical content creator. I don't do this full time, right? And so I relate to a lot of you guys, and I guarantee there's players out there that not only get mad, maybe you break stuff, your controllers, your whatever, go at players, whatever it is, and maybe you'll do it wrong sometimes, right? You think back like, man, I should have took it easy on that dude. He didn't do nothing wrong or whatever. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Just because some of these players truly weren't doing what I thought they were. And some absolutely were. Right? But luckily the people that I ended up talking to that actually were cool, they understood for the most part, right? And now they're even subscribers, getting on streams and stuff, so a lot of good comes out of it, but I still am going to try to change my approach on that. I'm going to be nice, try to just have a regular conversation, and then they can take it from there. And you can always tell the trolls because their first response will be something about the W, hold the L, something about that, something about not making money because I only have this many subscribers. Meantime, they make zero money and have no subscribers. But it's funny. So you can always tell the trolls almost instantly. I swear they're all the same. Alright, after this one, we'll get into some Ravels. I thought about going wide, and I still might do that. I really like how that 4-1-2-1-2 narrow looks, and I got a good set of players for it. Uh-oh. Had to get a drink. But yeah, this is just on professional because I got to make sure I score with certain players. One of these times, I heard they might have fixed with their anti-cheat thing, they might have fixed the PC players always getting the top rankings on squad battles. So I might go for it one time and play all on Legendary or Ultimate and just see where I can get. Because typically speaking, I'll play some games as warm-ups like on higher difficulty, but then other games, like I'm about to play one on Ultimate or Legendary, to test out the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. But a lot of games I also play objectives and just chill, but you don't get as many points. So you still get decent rewards, so still worth it. Crap, I got to score with Havertz still, guys. Oh, wait, didn't I score with Havertz? I scored that PK, right? I'm 99% positive, but let's make it 100. I didn't change it. I meant to change it, but I was talking. Crap, I knew I did something wrong. I just had this feeling. Where you at, Kai? There you are. There's that Dolan. He's just so smooth. Oh, no. What am? What am? Why are you dribbling to the corner? What am? Oh, you little mother. That was almost sick. Dude, the football you can play in this game is sickening, guys. It's sickening. Dang, man, I made Irvin blush. He disappeared. Funny. Or he's probably listening like you know. But I made him blush, I think, with the compliments. There it is. I always meant to ask Irving, is that your real name that you put on social media? Like people could look you up? There's no way, right? If so, you need to change that, buddy. You told me your nickname's Little D. You should just change it to Little D. That's what we all call you anyway. Alright, let's test this 4-1-2-1-2. I'll show you what I'm cooking. I'll show you what I'm cooking with chicken grease, baby. You see, I'm riding around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, ooh, ooh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, 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 no. What the hell just happened here? And I'm riding around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, sure I did the right one. Might not. Everybody, welcome to the channel. OG here, and I have to go on a rant because I'm not a I told you so guy, right? But in this situation, all right, yeah, that's the one we wanted. What's up, everybody? OG here. That you have in your life replaces school, and then FC. See, I'm running around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, There we go. Perfection, baby. Got that in. We got Garincha. Hey! Our first silver icon is in the bag. So that silver cup is like, what, mid-October? But check me out. So I got him. Pretty dope getting these silver icons, bro. Pretty dope getting these silver icons, bro. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. I said pretty dope. Now I need 2 more shutouts with 2 more shutouts. I'll have Yashin done. 38 days and I'm already getting these guys done. They look sick in the orange with the hat. Come on, man. This one's gonna take a while though. 100 separate squad battles matches. I'm professional. Using a Portuguese player. I wish I need to get a Portuguese player. I need to get a Portuguese attacker, bro. Gentleman of the game. I'll get Bobby Char. 12 out of 20, so I could do that, but that's in the World Tour Superstars League. And I just got Garincha. And completed an evolution on Big Boy Kai. Hell yeah. So now he's got all the striker stuff, which is cool. Yeah, I'm just doing this Fofana just to do him because I have Khan, so I'm not really going to need anything with keepers. Can I do Kai in this? No. Damn. Rising guard. Defending +1. Dude, I feel like Joe Ellington could be a beast. Can't play CDM though. Guendouzi has to be the guy. Deep line playmaker or box to box. Koulibaly can even be a beast. Ina. Cosmetics. Nah, we ain't gonna do none of them. Another keeper one. Alright. So I want to go to squad. Club. See, I played narrow on play narrow for this objective squad. Squad selector. Here's my silver squad. I already got them picked out. All these players are going to skyrocket in value too. So even though, so for instance, let's get Garincha out there. Ooh, but I can't put him in the starting squad yet because for the Bobby Moore one, if I even want him, you don't have to do all these. They just can, you can get him if you want him. So he's not even the top rated. Like, he might even be under. Yeah, like Whitaker's shooting's way better. Yeah, like Grinch's not even better than my current right winger anyway. So you're kind of just getting him to. Yeah, he does have technical plus. I guarantee that if someone tells me that they play good, like you just know they do. Right wing, right wing. All right. Inside forward. All right. So Grinch will be on my bench. And then I'll show you what I'm going to try to do. I really do feel like this could cook, guys. Let's see, though. We're going to go like this. Man, I could have a really high line here because I'm playing super defensive, but then they could smoke me. goes like this. Fullback plus, fullback. Bounce, bounce. Holding, defend for Conti. Indo. Deep line playmaker. Build up. Yeah, build up. Donovan. I need him to be box to box. So I might need to find a new one there. But I want you to be a half winger. Donovan, you kind of got to go to striker here because you don't have what I need. Which is perfect because I want one pushing, one pulling. Gyökeres spreads the defense out. Donovan comes to. Foden is a half winger. Balanced. And I need a Cam that's a half winger. And then I need to switch out Indo as well. Oh, I remember what I wanted to do. We're going to test this out. If this works out, it could be sick. It could open up a lot of windows. All right, half winger. Yeah, half winger. I really wanted this to be a box crasher. That's okay though. All right. So here's how we're going to play it. So then you're a half winger. Balanced. So advance forward attack, false 9. Holding. You'll go deep line playmaker. Build up. Perfect. So you defend tight. Not giving up space. You know what I just thought of too? I almost could use a center half here. To offer pressure against, to offer help against the counterattack. And that will allow Hernandez to get up the pitch too. See how this works. See how this works, and then we'll go from there. But that could cook, guys. That could absolutely cook. Assignments. That free kick is a righty. Left, right, free kick is a lefty. Long free kick. We'll let Indo take it. Penalties, Donovan 99, left corner taker. He's a lefty, so Hernandez. Right corner taker is a righty. Oh, damn. Left corner kick taker is Big Philly Foe. Right corner kick taker is James. Right corner kick takers. We'll let Dolan do it. I don't want James. I want James staying back. Corner kick. Defensive cover. You know what? I never go for Pavard. I only need Conte and Pavard. Nah. James. Defensive cover is James. Right throwing would be Foden. Left throwing would be Dolan. Corner kick defense. Defensive corner kicks. Threat marker, Konate, right. Post watcher, Pavard. Near post, back post, Hernandez. And Indo. And on the attacks, back post is Pavard. So these are my big guys for the corners. Top of the box would be Lando. And that's it. Perfect. All right. So that's what we're going for, boys. Let's see if it works. If so, we cooked up something special. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where am I missing? Pavard came in there and did the dirty if we do this. That's all right. Let's check it out before we go crazy. Let's get right into a rivals match. Get a little drink. $9 points. So as you know, it's going to be sweaty as hell. That's okay though, man. We're here. Get some gameplay of it. Well, let's see. Oh, I connected before, and sure enough, I screwed up. I get a 50 ping game. Great. So this might have been a bad idea. That's alright. I see some of these content creators are playing on like 8 ping and stuff. Congratulations, you mofos. It's gonna be just one of those games, man. But it is what it is. We're gonna try to just stay cool and play. Expect the worst always. Oh yeah, nice. What a goal. No way he saved that. Gotta time my run better. And that was too far near post. Oh, you son of a gun. Oh my goodness. You gotta love it. Orlando, what a run. This narrow setup puts you right in line with some good stuff, boys. You're right there for some great runs. Look at this. Watch this. I can go out wide with it and come back in. Look at all the way out wide now. Boom. Oh, Gil carries terrible pass. But that's what's good. These stats matter this year, right? What the hell? Good Conte's everywhere. You gotta love it. Dude, did you guys see that delay? My goodness. The delay in shooting is what's kicking my butt, guys. Oh my goodness, but this is absolutely cooking this setup. Flick on. Goal. Oh, dude. Almost worked perfect, eh? Gotta remember to go near post. Whoa. Gotta watch that second man press. Beautiful defense. Gotta love it, bros. Dolan. What? There's no way you could get that intercepted from me, right? That was terrible, guys. Taking the space well. Good. Too much. See, when there's delay like that, you got to remember that and take one less touch, not one too many. Boom, boom, boom. Was that too quick? Guys, the delay, but look at these runs, man. There it is. Oh, that was it. What a goal. We'll take it, boys. So the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, I'll show you why it cooks as we go. For one, you have so many bodies in that middle when they're either trying to go down the middle themselves or even when they're trying to go across the field to spread you out. You have so many bodies, it's hard for them to get anything going. So then the runs come in. Look at this. So as Dolan and Foden step out wide, and this is with lag. Oh, I thought he was going to overcompensate inside. As my boys start running out wide, right, they're creating angles. I can either stop them and get the ball in the middle, or I could keep them going out wide. Right? Now look, now Foden's getting out wide, but sometimes he's not. So I'll act like I'm going out wide. Boom. I'm back in the middle, and I'll watch this. It's just insane, guys. Oh my goodness, I found the best setup. Am I saying I'm playing like the king of the world right now? No. But I also am at the top, considering like with the big boys, right? I'm in Division 7, the highest you could start, where everyone, Vergang, from Vergang to, you know what I mean? Not saying I'm playing any of those guys, but I'm saying to be starting here, it's at least something. You know that these guys have played the game, and It's not like I'm starting Division 10 where I could be playing somebody their first time playing FC this year. You know, I'm playing somebody that played the game and did pretty well. Good. Good. And I'm playing them on terrible ping. And we got this going on. Beautiful stuff. Look at this. I just want to go for it. Oh, that would have been sick. I just want to go for it. I haven't really done a lot of. Look at this. Look at this. Right into a block. See, like right there, if there's not delay there, I fake shot at her. Look at the coverage. Look at the coverage. He has nowhere to go. He don't even know what to do, guys. I love how that just didn't come off. Last year, those would have automatically came off, and I hated that. So realistic. Bro, they cooked this year. Let's be completely honest. This is all about skilled players. FC25, this dude might have been able to tackle back his way to glory against me. I messed that up. Got it back, though. Messed that up, too. I'm trying to, like, get some patterns going. Like, figure out some good patterns. It's a perfect game to do it. Oh, man, it cooks. It cooks. So, check it out. Here's what I was telling you guys. And this 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, and I'm playing god-awful. The delay on this is bad. You see the ping, which I got to figure out, right? And luckily this year you can still play and still have fun through it. It's a beautiful thing, right? But my Dolan, as soon as we win the ball, will go from that central spot. He'll start shooting left, and then Foden will shoot right. As they're doing it, if I have the ball anywhere in the back, right, I can play them and hit them on their runs as they go out wide, or I can stop them and send them forward. It makes it super hard for the opponent's defense. Not to mention, I got these clear lines with Gyökeres and Donovan, right, typically through my midfield into them. But even with Endo and Conte directly to my strikers. But then there's these abilities to play watch. If I get to my wing back, boom, up back, through, boom, boom. See what I'm saying? There's just these insane abilities that I got to work on. It's just insane, guys. It's just insane. Dynamite football. This is the new tactics right here. I am telling you. And I had this feeling based on how the game was going. And so I decided to give it a go. Based on how the game was going. Because in that, I like the width in the 4-2-3-1 wide, first of all. Even more so than the 4-2-1-3. But the reason why I changed it up, right, is because these lines right here, get in. Oh, I think the delay might have helped me out there. But these runs right here in those seams, right, I found that those were killer runs, and I was getting more of them in 4-2-1-3. But I still didn't like the passing availabilities there. You could cook to an extent, but it wasn't. I like playing more tiki-taka, more passing patterns. Up, back. You hear me talking about it all the time. Up, back, and throughs, give and goes, right? And you could play those all day long in this setup. Boom. Oh, that was terrible. Not if you pass like that, right? It's just impossible to stop for them, guys. It's just impossible to stop. This is the setup. I'm telling you, give it a go. I use the 4-1-2-1-2 wide in UFL, and I even gave it a go in eFootball, and I would have gave it a go in FC25, but you had to freaking use the 4-2-1-3 because of the spam through balls over and over and over. Otherwise, your opponent would just shoot you if nothing else, right? So, without a doubt, as we get a little theme song for the 4-1-2-1-2 wide, this is the way to go.
Well, under no real pressure, but unable to keep it in play.
All right. Then after we're done, we will go over the actual tactiques in depth and why this cooks so hardcore. He's not able to find anything. Try to fake him out, keep going in line. I gotta work on these. I'm gonna try a flick. So the one is this near post run where I like it like this. And I want to come in and boom, perfect goal. Oh. And the next one's a flick. So watch this. So it's that same concept, except for I'm going to fake running in and I'm going to come out. And I'm going to head it across the goal mouth. So I'm going to fake run in. I'm going to come out, head it back. Too much. Same idea though, but you get it. I served the ball, bad timing, right? I got to run further back, then serve it. But I can flick that across goal mouth without a doubt. Up, back, through. We're just toying now, boys. Just having some fun. I should have tried it. I wasn't thinking. See, these games are perfect games to test things out. No need to just keep punishing my opponent. Look at the recoveries. Beautiful. Good D. Look at that. Perfect. That was stupid of me. I had it going good too. I just wanted to keep passing. But yeah, this game cooks, bro. I mean, it's ridiculously fun. You just want to try new things. You want to be creative. You don't. I'm not worried at all because I know better football will prevail. Nice try though on the creativity. That was one of those glitch runs from last year that worked. So it's weird calling that creativity. We'll call it creativity. Come on, bro. You were clear. This was clearly a rat last year. This was clearly a rat last year. You can tell. We warned them, didn't we, boys? We warned them. We warned these rats. This game was over in the first 3 seconds. We warned these rats. You can tell going for that third man run. Constantly just playing through balls. Accidentally chasing after like he could get a tackle back even though they don't exist. I wanted him to come over. Keep your diagonal going. Dude, who was that made that run? Indo. That was Indo who made that run all the way up. That was cool. Watch this. We'll get Conti up there now. Oh, I tried. I wanted Conti to get his run from deep. Dude, let's try to get one with Kanate's big ass. Let's try to get Kanate to go. Oh, Kanate is going to be tested here. Yeah, so I meant to tell you too, you have more control obviously when you take your finger off sprint jockey. So sprint jockey when you have to, but once you're settled down, then regular jockey, right? And then you can change directions a lot faster. Hopefully you guys know about that. Oh. Whoa. Look at, who says Theo's still not the man, bro? No other left back can do this. Oh, too much. Let's go. Damn, that was fun, boys. Holy crap, that cooked. That absolutely cooked. That cooked, boys. Holy shit. Boys, that cooked. Again, it's not about the best opponent. I played terrible myself. I know it sounds like, oh, shut up, dude, you whooped them, but I'm telling you. Forcing passes, trying. But I was trying for new stuff, but my point is it's not about playing good or this or that. It's literally, I already know about bounties. It's literally about seeing the runs. Seeing the runs and seeing the options. And then you go out and you work with your team on getting better, familiarizing yourself with their runs. Working on good passing patterns. You practice these things and then you get good at them. And then you go out and compete, right? And you win or you lose, but you keep working on the game and getting better, bro. That's playing for the love of football. And that's what FC26 allows us to do. Again, video coming out in the, in the AM. You'll see it. You'll love it, man. You'll love it. No, that's backed up. That's not the next one coming out is about organizing everything. But yeah, bro, this game is just it's fun. It is fun. One sec. All right, so let me see what I want to get in here. So we're good there. Then 5 rush, 5 rivals. 4 more of those. We'll have that done. Then I'll get my rush ones in within how long? No time limit. She's not bad. Not great, but not bad. That Dolan's freaking so sick, dude. Don't even look at the play 3. So we'll at least get this done. Play 2 more. Got a little hawk action. So I'm sticking to this, but before I share the tactiques, I gotta make a sale, if you will. I gotta make a sale of our boy Barcola, who is pretty sick. He's not as good as I heard, though. He's decent. He's not my cup of tea, if you will. So I gotta make these changes. So I go into OGFC, and depending on how long I'm in here, I'll bring it up for you guys to see. But I changed my tactics to the 4-1-2-1-2-2, which is the narrow. Gyökeres, Donovan, boom, boom. I'd have to get rid of Pavard. I have Marmouche too. On the bench, he's just sitting on the bench. Could he possibly come in? 3-star weak foot. I don't really like that though. What about that Nas? Is she good or no? Yeah, there she is. Oh my, that's crazy, dude. But I got that Nas card. What's she look like? What are people saying about old Nas? What up, Boomfa? Bro, I got some new tactics that are cooking, dude. I'm talking tiki-taka. Nasty Nas. Really good for me, Nasty Nas. Nas. Everyone's calling her Nasty Nas. Okay, cool. Crazy good, huh? Really good in game. Okay. So 30K you can make her. So Hunter gives her ridiculous pace. She got 4-star weak foot. Power shot, tiki-taka, and rapid. Alright, so Barcola goes. How much is Barcola? $13.5. Let's look. Transfers. 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. 4-1 with 2 half wingers. And man, I really want to get Douillet. But I got Dolan and never mind, I got Dolan and Foden, and they're both amazing. So I'm not, you don't break what's not what, you don't fix what's not broken. $1,300 we'll sell them for. We lose a little bit there, but that's okay. Let me see something real quick. $13,000. I mean, I said 1,300. All right, boom. 1,300. All right. Marmouche could step in, so I'm good with my wingers. Man, who could I get? Get rid of Pavard. Pavard don't really have a connection in there. So if I sold, so I have like 150. I need to get, man, is there a better striker I could get up here? I mean, Donovan's pretty damn good, bro. This is at Dolan. Absolute beast from the east. I don't have anything in here, do I? No. No players coming up, no. This is working out with this English connection that I got going on, okay? So I'd have around 100K. 110, 120K, something like that if I sell. So I'll show you guys what I'm doing. I'll show you guys here real quick. Boom. I'll show you guys how I cook on this. Hold on. Yeah, you got to use what's comfortable to you. You can't copy. I always say that you cannot copy someone else if it doesn't work. Do not do it. Okay, so alright, so what the hell? I just saved my new squad. Dude, it didn't save? Should have saved. What am I doing? I'm fat fingering everything, my squads. I don't understand. Whatever, though. We'll redo it. 1-2-1-2 narrow. Foden, half winger here. Gyökeres here. McColl's out. Conte's here. I played Donovan here. Here was Dolan, who's a free player that helps out a lot, and he is an absolute beast. If you can win the tournament, guys, he is a monster, without a doubt. Check this off because you don't need to pay for any of them. 60K Pavard would be gone. So the more Englishmen, the better. Wait, what about that Fry guy? Is he too slow? I got him. He's pretty slow. Oh, hell no. Oh my gosh. I always make that mistake. I'll be quick though. Boom. 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 No. Boom. 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 Dolan. Boom. Check. 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 Check, check, check. Get rid of you. Save the squad. Okay, good. Now, from here I start cooking. So that'll give me like 100 something K once I sell Provard. 100 and see, I'm gonna quick sell all these too. Let me see something real quick, guys, and I'll be right in. Objectives. I'm checking to see where I'm at with milestones. Transfer market. 876 of 1,000. So 100 and like 24. Okay. So I'll eventually get that 1,500, but I'm not. Right now I'm just trying to get coins up. So the players that aren't selling, I'm quick selling now. So I'm at 69. So once you sell for the lowest and they don't sell, keep relisting them over and over, because one by one though, because if you do it as a group you don't get credit. It's stupid, but you'll eventually get your transfer market mastery one by one. But if you're in need of coins, like I just went from 69 to 73. So 4K, and that could make a difference. So that'll put me, once I sell Pavard, at about 100K. All right. If I got rid of Donovan 2, that would put me at like 230K between the two. And I have Marmouche. But Marmouche has that 3-star weak foot, man. Let me see who they're talking about. Let me see something real quick. La Liga Santander's in the building now. So I would do this. Let's go how. Let's go La Liga EA Sports. Okay. So Dolan. So I can either get one more Englishman or I can go. Yeah, I can get one more Englishman. Get rid of these fools. No, but Theo's the best in the business, bro. And Conti's a beast. Yeah, it's going to be hard to do. If I got rid of Donovan, that puts me like 200 and something K. Marmouche is Egyptian though, so that don't really help. What's Isak's Liverpool card at 200K? Bro, what if I just went and cooked and got Isak and then got a cheaper center back? I mean, I can play without. I mean, he's 54K. I almost say we give him a go, guys. Or we go for a cheaper center back and get Isak up here. Put Gyökeres over here. And then I don't really have problems with pace at the back, though. I really don't. Damn, Mr. Van Dyke's looking pretty affordable right now. Saliba definitely is. If I did this, Marmouche is right-footed, so I do Marmouche here. But I own him, so I'm almost wasting him, right? If I do that, maybe it's 73, 89, 100, 200 something. I'd have another 50K to buy somebody else if I went Saliba. Man, you guys, what do you think? Should I go for Isaac? Keep Marmouche on the bench? Go for a cheaper center back, like maybe like a... What's Ibanez looking like? Ibanez. Yeah, bro, I could cover that easily. Or go like this and maybe get a Koundé. I'd probably want Koundé over. And I go France La Liga. I go like this. France La Liga. That puts me at 1 away. And then once I get more coins, that puts me at 162. This would put me at only 162. If I compare, so look at this, guys. I got Marmouche on the bench right now at 84. If I compare him, click on this, add to compare, click on compare, click on this plus, and do Donovan. Dude, hold on, boys. And if you're wondering how I got all this is coins from literally playing tournaments that allow me to open my pack to do this, dude. Pretty sick. Same pace and acceleration, basically. Same shooting, just about. Marmouche's passing is there, but as a striker, it's fine. Dribbling, it's literally comes down to 3-star weak foot sucks. Finesse, dead ball, and technical. Dude, I'm doing it. Marmouche should not be on the bench that close. 130, I can get that. I'm going to sell off, and I need a more... ball-playing defender. He doesn't have defender. He only has ball-playing defender. See, Saliba. See, I love Koundé, bro, but Rudiger for 80. 79, 84. What's Saliba? Pacho's looking sick, but I don't have any. '77, 77, 87, 83. I'm almost thinking Saliba only because I could use that pace, but I need a defender plus. I don't like that ball playing defenders crap. Then we're playing 32 out of 33 here. And we're cooking, boys. And we're cooking. That gives me a little bit to play with. I just gotta check them real quick. 465, holy shit. I could go LaCroix. I know I just sold him, but for me, 22K is not that bad, dude. Because I really want to switch up here with Endo, which I know sounds crazy, but he doesn't have holding. Isik or Marmouche. I want to give Marmouche a try anyway. So Marmouche is here. To be safe, I can go LaCroix here to start. Let's see what I want to cook with here. Because I need a deep line playmaker. Oh no, Endo kind of cooks, huh? Tenali cooks too. Tenali's cheap. Nelly Cooks too, bro. Box to box. Relentless and Enforcer. For 29, that would allow me to cook here. Gotta change this up. $40. Yeah, but man, that's kind of getting offensive, isn't it? That doesn't help here either. How did I just have them set up? Another Frenchman? Yeah, English doesn't even help. La Liga does. I'm an idiot, guys. It would be Patrick Vieira, La Liga. I kept Douye here. It's Douye. What? I'm an idiot. Indo here. Don't switch that up yet. If I get LaCroix here, I can get Isak here. If I get LaCroix there, I can get Isak here. Or I go for the better center back. Let's start selling mofos anyway. So, save that. Play. No, I want to go to transfer market. Transfers. Transfer market. Check Pavard and Pavard, team of the week. He's around 60. I just got to make you always want to make sure. $62. So 62 Pavard, and then $139. 62 and 139. They look like they're going up though, don't they? Let's let them cook a little bit. Let's let them heat up. Let's let them heat up. Let me see something. So I saved that, so that should be good. That better save that time, dude. I'm going to be pissed. This is what I'm looking at, and then it's either going to be Van Dijk or Saliba here to solidify the back line, or it's going to be Isak here. But I don't really know if I want the two big guys. I really might put Marmoush as a placeholder and then get someone to counteract Gyökeres, which Donovan does very well. and I'm set. So it's really just center back, striker, then Indo. He's good, man, but I can do better there. Put it that way. Conte's pretty much, dude, I can't find anybody I want better for this price range. Or even above. It's like it's hard to find someone. 84 defense. Indo's tough too, but Conte, 84 and 85, that's solid. And I do want deep line playmaker. I was thinking box crasher. Or, yeah, box crasher, but I like having Theo get up and down as a wing back. In order to have him get up and down as a wing back, I got to have these two staying home a bit. All right, so let's get in one more game, at least. See if we can cook with a team like this again. Oh, crap. No, never mind, I got one. My boy Danny sent me a clip. I'll have to check that out. Chiellini was his. Let's see how Chiellini does. I don't think I faced him yet. 4-2-1-3 versus 4-1-2-1-2 wide. I feel like the 4-1-2-1-2 wide is so good against the 4-2-1-3 because it shuts up those passing lanes. But let's see. Good D. You're in. Look at that. Oh. Oh, of course. Good. That's called patience. Just natural cookingness, boys. Just natural cooking. Good. Oh, I know he was going to do that. Look at that. Oh, I thought if I put power on it, he'd send it through, you know? So close. Dude, this is the 4-2-1-3 eater, boys. I messed that up, obviously. Dude. Phone track's so good. See, and then I can go wide. Then he didn't move. God damn, he's outsmarting the shit out of me on these shots. There's that little delay that's killing me. And it don't matter, boy. You ain't guessing right every time. Boys, the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow is a cooker. Don't matter if you got delay, it don't matter. And the beautiful thing is, last year, bro, I couldn't have cooked like this. I wouldn't have been able to. I wouldn't have been able to. Look at this. Look at that. Send that dummy run. Oh, I tried to... Offsides by a mile. Yes. Yes, it worked. It worked. Get in! No way. I took his nuts out and I couldn't score it. Damn it. God damn it. I went from should have scored to 2-1 now. Of course he would score like that, though. Fucking loser. Guys, it's a fucking delay fest. You're in. Look at that, reading them like a book. So stupid, I hate this game. Sometimes I love it and I hate it, boys. Just a dog shit lucky player, bro. Dog shit lucky player. Dog shit lucky player. It's unbelievable. Look at this. Oh my god, no way this is just happening. Dude, do you guys see this shit though? Would you guys not be pissed right now? I'm cooking this dude. We'll get it back. Just a dog shit rat fucking loser, bro. Period. Playing with delay. Look at this. It's all it is. Playing with delay. Unbelievable. Look at this. Just getting his ass kicked and then I can't move. How do these guys do that, guys? How does this happen? He couldn't fucking do a thing and then he's up now. Like, how do these games... Someone's got to explain that to me sometimes. Just getting killed. And then now I can't move. Nothing I do. Look, he's moving perfectly good. Look at this. I had a fucking through ball. Now I can't move. How is this loser doing this shit? Who would even want to win like this? Who would want to win like this, bro? Fucking joke. Look at this. Look at. I can't tackle. He just cheated his way to the game. I gotta ask him. Bro, you realize I got all of this on live, on stream. Like me destroying you, then I magically can't move. You realize that, right? Look, of course he's blocked out. Fucking loser, dude. Can someone explain to me how that happens? Like where you're moving perfectly. I'm on stream, so you can't say, oh, it's a stream. Just look. See, he's a fucking troll loser. Look at this. Troll fucking loser. You guys are telling me that this game, these people can't do something? He couldn't even move, or he couldn't do anything against me. I'm outplaying the shit out of him, and then this happens. I'm just glad I get it all on tape. Outplaying him, he has no answer for me. I'm intercepting everything, just destroying him. And then look what happens. Look at this. It's all delay. He's a fucking loser, bro. But who cares? Because I showed that I'm 10 times better. He had to cheat to fucking to come back. Dog shit, zero skill loser, bro. Look it. I couldn't even. I got lucky on that one. Shot it an hour ago. Shot the ball an hour ago. Look it. Again. Tacklebacks never happen. Never happen. Again. Tacklebacks never happen unless these fucking losers do this shit. Delay on a throw-in. I mean, how much more evidence do people need? These guys should be banned for life, bro. Period. Period. They should be banned for fucking life. Joke. All of a sudden, no tacklebacks the whole first part of the game when I'm destroying him, right? Then all of a sudden he magically turns into what? Oh, nothing, because it's delay the whole time. He didn't do anything good. He's using delay. All of a sudden we can't move, and then he makes his name Just Luck. Please, guys, tell me. You saw me destroying him. How does a player just turn into that good? Magically once I can't move. You guys see my ping? Look at this. It's just insane. I'm so done with this dog shit, bro. So done with these losers, dude. Look all of a sudden how the game changed. Delayed shots, too. He's able to move his keeper before I shoot the ball. Just a lucky piece of shit, bro. Cheating lucky piece of shit is all he is. Period. Look at this, dude. I can't shoot right away. How do they do it? I don't even know if it's showing, or you guys are probably thinking like, oh, this dude is... fucking cheap piece of shit. Look, now all of a sudden he turned bad. Now watch, I won't be able to move again. Watch. Do you think this is normal to you guys? Do you guys ever see games look like this? Loser piece of shit. And I get it. Yeah, defending's hard. I was defending the shit out of him, though. And then I magically couldn't move. It's just crazy that this happens like that. Can't switch defenders, can't do nothing. What a goal. Oh my god, no way. That would have been sick, guys. Skill hopefully will prevail still. Oh my god, do you see that delay? If I can get it, I shouldn't even, I should just not pat. Dude. Look, he dribbled through me. Guys. Oh my god. He gets lucky again. I couldn't do shit. Fucking loser, bro. Guys, I can't fucking do nothing. Look at this. All that movement that I had earlier is gone. It's crazy, bro. And I'm still out playing this piece of shit. Considering what I'm going through. Look what he's doing. He just dribbles to the corner like a loser. Because I can't do nothing. God damn it. Come on, you're in. Guys, I can't deal with this shit anymore, man. How much more am I going to have to deal with fucking... I'd rather just quit, man. I'd rather just quit. Fuck this. If you guys knew how bad this shit was delayed, and then this shit happens... Look at this, dude. You guys can see it when he does that. Fucking loser, bro. Period. Period. There's no way you're going to convince me that that was all a fucking not... There's no way you're going to convince me that that was all... This dude's a piece of shit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at... And he's offsides. Game over. Yeah, but do you see how bad he was at the beginning of the game, Joel? So how does he just... And then his name's Just Luck. Did you see how terrible he was? There's no way he can't realize how bad he was. And I know some of it you guys can't tell, but go to the beginning of the game and you'll see what I'm saying. Unless you guys want to argue with me that, oh no, he just turned it on really good. Bro, he couldn't complete a pass. All my movements were sharp, my passes, and then I'm fighting for my life to get a pass to go off within 2 seconds. You're telling me that he didn't realize it? Sorry, Danny, I'm busy right now, buddy. There's no way. I'd love to get him in here and see what he says. He was awful, and he knows it. But the thing is he's not going to go anywhere playing like that. He was terrible. So let's see what he says here. I'll be nice about it. Hey, bro, I just played... That whole game was live on stream, right? I'm on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. Not a huge channel, but... Literally, you could see the entire thing break down from me destroying you to when the lag started. So, you couldn't complete a pass. You were getting destroyed. Not your fault. It's okay. I'm better than you. But then I can't move. There's 3-second delay. I got overlays on and everything. Are you aware that that's happening? Meaning, after I go up almost 3-0, it was 2-0. Magically, I can't move. All on live, by the way. You can watch it yourself. I'm just asking, are you aware this is happening? I'm not saying you're doing it, but are you aware? I want to know, like, if these players know. Because if I'm on the other side of this, I'll quote Nick runs the foot market. At least you would think you would want to play the game to get better at the game. At least you would think, bro, I'm getting destroyed and then I get a lag advantage and I barely win. I probably am doing some stuff wrong because you're having 2-second advantage. And I want to know why it randomly just starts. The dude's name is Just Luck FC. It could all be like my mind going to that because it is EA servers. But, bro, go back and watch that game through. Nobody in their right mind would look at that and go, dude, the dude was awful. And I'm not being mean, but I really am asking. I'm going to tell him my YouTube so he can watch the game. That's my YouTube in case you want to watch it, man. I just don't know either A, you're doing it on purpose, which I don't think. It's probably just EA, but I just was curious what the point is. Like, if you're aware that you're getting destroyed until you get lag, what's the point? Meaning in playing like that instead of actually trying to, like, get some skill to then play football rather than I hope this dude lags out, he's destroying me. I hope he lags out so I can win a couple extra games every year. I'm just literally trying to do it put it on the channel. Because I know how I would play. I wouldn't change a thing, bro. I've done it. I've played it. You can go back and watch. I practice what I preach. I've played games where I can tell my opponent can't move. I don't start dribbling to the corner and trying to do shit. The dude could barely win with a huge delay advantage. And he still decided to play like a total rat, which makes no sense. So then that's the players you would think, okay, this dude definitely did something, right? And if he didn't, what's the point in playing like that? If anybody wants to answer, I'd love it. Oh, well, I had to get the win somehow. Bro, then when are you ever going to learn to play where you can actually win without someone lagging out? Like, you need EA servers to win. That's a joke. Who's going to waste their... Tell me that that's not a loser mentality. If anybody wants to get on here too, dude, share your PSN. I'll let you speak on here. I want to know your take. But if that's what makes it hard to believe these players aren't doing it. Bro, did you see the start of that? Oh, well, I just warmed up. Give me a break. You think if Tex or Anders, they have terrible days, or it could go at any level, but you get what I'm saying. Even if you have a slow start, you have some skill. That dude was terrible. He couldn't steal a ball. He couldn't mark me. He couldn't complete one pass. And next thing you know, he gets 5 goals. We seen it happen with all the rats last year. You're really no one would believe that. Get a jury of 12 random people, explain the scenario. Every one of them is going to go, yeah, that dude affected the game somehow. For sure. If you watch the game back, bro, you were awful. We can watch it together right now. But then all of a sudden I can't move magically, you score 5 goals. There's no way you were getting beat that bad and then all of a sudden you thought you just turned it on, right? Here, let's see if we'll join the party. I just don't see it. That's literally my only question to him. There's no way you're getting whooped. Okay, let's say he doesn't know. Why would you play like that? Like he started playing like a complete weasel. He kept running to the corner because he couldn't play football, and he still did bad. So my whole question is, bro, if you're not really playing for lag, or if you didn't do it on purpose, he even knew the name of it, notice, then why would you start doing that knowing that you're not going to... Look how bad you got whooped without lag. You see what I'm saying? I'm on a mission to find out why these players even... So he's too scared to get on, of course. Bro, Bro, if we go watch that game up to the point where the lag started, again, I have overlays on. Do you realize how bad I was destroying you until I couldn't move? And do you realize I got a comeback with total delay? Meaning, up until I couldn't move, you didn't do anything. You had 0 goals. I put 2 on you. It could have been 3 or 4. You got one of your goals on a corner kick counter. And then I proceeded to score 2 more goals on 2-second delay. You're telling me you didn't notice that you didn't have one shot outside of that corner counter. You're telling me all of a sudden you're scoring 4 goals like that? What, do you think you just turned it on? This is where I really don't get it. How could you not? You're telling me a realistic person can't tell that? You guys go watch the game back. Forget about this stream. I got you, bro. Yeah, totally. I'm sure you're that dumb that you just didn't notice at all how bad you're getting beat. And then you went from not even being able to get a shot, getting every pass intercepted, to scoring 5. But yeah, Just Luck FC, great name, I bet. Just Luck. I think I guess you want people to believe that you put that name just by coincidence. You think people can't put 2 and 2 together? I guess whatever. Have fun. If you don't mind, bro, I'll even give you $20 a month. Share with me your failure or successes along the way, like where you get playing like that, so I can see how many games you get lag wins and how many you lose. Yeah, his name's Just Luck FC, and he's trying to say, oh, I didn't lag switch, if that's what you're saying. Oh, I just got lucky. Oh, he was messaging me from our game earlier. Just came in. That's hilarious. All right. Let's get our next game. You said, bro, do you want to watch? Let's watch the game together. That's so with the shots, for instance, you couldn't tell why you had 10 seconds to move your goalie. That seemed normal to you. Even if you only played this game for 2 days, which I know you play thousands of hours, right? All those games, all those shots against you, you couldn't tell how long a typical shot would take without lag. You couldn't tell on a breakaway, player goes to shoot the ball, and you have time to catch up to him. I mean, you can see these things, bro. Come on. And if not, so be it, man. But sometimes people just play dumb, it seems like. What do you guys think about that, man? I can always see this stuff, and there's no way I'm some supreme creator. Bro, if you want to convince anybody but yourself that you were getting destroyed that bad, and then magically, just as the lag started, it wasn't the lag, it was just all skill, then go ahead. You'll be the only one. I mean, just say that out loud. Bro, I know you were destroying me, and I noticed that all of a sudden I had 7 seconds to make a play because you were delayed, but honestly, that was just all skill. That was just a by coincidence, man. Think about how dumb that sounds. I mean, just think about how silly that sounds. But whatever. If this dude ever has accomplishments or anything and he shares them, so be it. And then it'll be, oh yeah, but there's no way. LaCroix for sure. Dude, I don't know what it is, man. If it's me or what, but I just can't. I don't know if it's that I want to hope that it's the players because then we have I have an actual chance at playing the game at, because I see these guys like Knicks on 9 ping, bro. That would be incredible. But 20 ping isn't the end of the world, bro. I've won games on like 100 ping, but that, guys, it gets so old what just happened there. The beginning of the game is so perfect, and then boom. I can't, and then it's just so hard to like do the math, but then I get it. I'm trying to use reason. Of course, I would be destroying somebody, and then if once I'm lagging, he would start scoring. I get it, whether he started it or not. It's just the way that they play and all this, and I guess I don't know, man. It's just hard not to believe sometimes that people are causing it, but then at the same time, I also almost want them to be causing it because I want to enjoy the game because this game's so much fun, dude. But hold on, let's get back to cooking in these tactics. That's why I'm so pissed, bro. You guys seen the beginning of that. You guys seen the beginning, and it's just, I don't know. Part of me hates spending so much time on it, but then the other part's like, dude, I gotta stop serving those corners like that. Oh my god. I literally just want to figure it out. Whether it's these players or not, it's just so hard to believe in those coincidences, guys. That's all I'm saying. What a goal. You know what I mean? Like, watch what happens when I connect. And then watch the difference between this and as that game went on. Not only that, you could see it from the last game. At the beginning when I had perfect connection. I mean, I cook all these guys. So then when people ask, that's what drives me crazy. Oh, it's only when you lose. Bro, because look what happens when I can move. I don't lose typically. That's what happens when you are a good player. That's what happens. I mean, it's not hard to understand. So, of course, it's going to be really bad when you lose. That's a big reason why you're going to lose when you lose. If you're a good player. If you're just losing all the time, yeah. I could see how it could be like, that sounds like an excuse. But when you're winning, I mean, these guys don't have nothing for me. Oh, what? These guys have nothing for my creativity, nothing for me. And then I start lagging out and lose. And of course you're going to want to know. Of course you're going to want to know. I shouldn't have pulled my center back out like that. Whoa! Look at that. Read it like a book. Read it like a book. I love it. The skill in defending this year is the best, bro. I couldn't switch to the right player. Look at this. Oh, that would have been sick. See, I love playing football, bro. And you can play football when there's even just a little lag. It doesn't even have to be perfect. Doesn't even have to be perfect. Look at that. Whoa, terrible touch. All sides. Good defending. Didn't give a shot off. Dude, If it does again, I'm just unplugging the controller. I can always tell. Look at the glitchiness. You could see it, guys. You could see it start. It's got to be my shit, right? It's got to be. It's got to be my shit. I might as well just say fuck this. I'm not a quitter, dude, but it's starting to be no point. Rewind that and tell me if I'm crazy. Rewind that and tell me if I'm crazy on that. Did my Kanati like floated? And if I am, be like, shut the fuck up, you're an idiot. Nothing happened there. Please. But if you rewind that, I might even try to start hiring mods, only like maybe like $20 for you guys to check me and just be like, you're an idiot, nothing happened. Or, yeah, bro, you definitely got screwed there. Oh, what do you know? A tackle on time. Crazy how tackles, when you don't have lag, go off. Crazy how that works. Oh, look at that. Another one. Oh, but a tackle back, of course. Fucking dork goal. Tackle back goal. I thought those were gone. Dude. There we go. Keep your run going, Indo. There it is. There it is again. Fuck off, pussy. I think I got the... Oh, I thought I won the gritty. I was going to gritty on his little rat ass. You score a tackle back on me, I'm going to gritty on you. Guys, 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Cooks like no other. But whoever's watching these later now, please leave a comment and let me know, dude. And I like honesty, dude, because I'd be honest with you. If I really am bitching about nothing, then I want you to tell me. But really watch the plays. Don't look at like if you like the tone of my voice or how I say it, because I get it. Because people say that about Nick. He whines. Listen to what he's saying, though. And then watch the gameplay. Put it on mute if you have to and watch the gameplay. Is he right? Is he making sense? Facts. All I care about is facts. I don't give a fuck how it's said. But I don't want anybody to be seeing if I'm wrong. Like, dude, no way. Tell me if I am, bro. But on that in particular, yeah, of course, I would have left too. On that in particular play, the fucking, my Kanati glitches out. And then you look at the only goal I gave up, and it was a tackle back. And those don't even happen most games, only when there's terrible lag. So I need, tell me where I'm crazy. You know? Of course it's gonna suck losing to some fucking dildo like the first guy. I'm still mad at that, bro. I was cooking. There's nobody's that bad. Nobody's that bad, and then just poof. The server gods made him hit the lottery if that was the case. That's a good pickup. That's a good little starter card. So then all I have is diving. And what's diving? Okay. 2 more games, and I got that. Then it's just rush. All right, we got 2 more games to play, boys. Hopefully we go 4-1 in them, and I can forget about that one dumbass. You know what else is hilarious? I know the name of it now because of my boys in here, because of you guys, the community. But I still don't even know when they say lag switch, like what players would do. I still don't even know. That's how foreign I am to cheating and shit. I don't even know. I think it's something about a hotspot or... I wasn't lag switching, I swear. He said it. The fact that he said it and his name was Just Luck FC. Maybe this next two will whoop my ass for real, so then I could share that and be like, this is what a real whoop, this is what an opponent beating you looks like with skill. Alright. Man, I'm trying to think though. Is Donovan and them really gonna keep going up or not? Or should I? Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Because they're both amazing. The only reason I would want to get rid of them is because I have Marmouche sitting there that I feel like could do good. And then I could upgrade from there. Not that Pavard's bad, he's a beast, but you can upgrade. I always like checking first. If it says like Rat FC or Ratty or Cheater, you see that sometimes you go and you're like, what did I just get myself into? Alright, let's do it, boys. And a warm welcome on what is an ideal night for football, you've got to say. Derek Ray with you here on the commentary gantry and sitting If any of you are new here too, by the way, how I got this, played a bunch of tournaments, FC25, got FC points. Those 2K packs came out, bought both of them, got Closa, the Mr. Icon Closa, and a great pack went up about 500K. No! Supposed to go to Endo. What did I do there to cause that? Guess push it too hard? Whoops. See how I have that middle just covered? That's what that first opponent, until I was lagged out. That's the first loss. That's what I was doing to him. Look, he was doing this. They can't find passes, bro. They can't find passes. Then, look at all these holes I got. Ah, just right at him. I have so many holes to play through. Look at this. Perfect connection, bro. I can actually play. I can do skill moves even. Look at this. I'm not worried about shit. Who was I even just moving with? And then I do that. But I can move. I wanted to see that player who I was moving with. Foden gets mad interceptions in this setup too. Playing half winger. Nice. That was a good little run. Good, Pavard. Look at this. Go. Counter. Ah, you. I gotta quit doing that. I'm so used to the X. Did you see my Pavard? Kick at the ball. Oh no. There we go. Alright, quit playing around. Look at this. Goal. He needed to switch to his center back and go inside. Although there's a chance he's fucking delayed too. But if he just switched to his center back there and went inside, W. Guys, I'm telling you, dude. It's just... It makes you so mad. When you lose to someone you shouldn't have. Yeah, I bet, Shotties. Every single person I've played since you, I've cooked just like I did to you at the beginning. And the only game that even came in with any kind of change was yours. So all these players that I'm smoking, same exact start as yours. That dude just left. I think the last two left. But you're the magic one, just Luck FC, that all of a sudden, 3-second delay, and then you go from 2-0, bro. You kicked every pass. You did exactly what that guy just did. Yeah, just like that. No, I'm saying the third one that was going to come, or it should have been third or fourth, but you started to have like 10 seconds with your goalie. Then you saved the one, scored on that counter to make it 2-1, and boom, that was it. That was it. I could not do shit. I was toying, talking when I was passing and moving. Calling out your passes. Yeah, your game. See how this idiot is? But guys, notice. These are the same trolls. They never go. Oh, I give it a 9.5. It's amazing. They never can show anything. I told this Shotty guy, I'm like, how many times? Bro, Shotty, send me how many tournaments have you won? How many? What? Show me something to show that you're not as terrible as you looked up to the lag. Bro, you realize you were passing... I know you're probably trolling too, saying my game got to you, but you were passing the ball at me. You were... Then I scored 2 on you with 2-second delay. Here's how easily you can tell. You know how it's hard to tell, even with overlays? Bro, go look at the shots where I had a shot, and you were able to move your goalie all the way before the ball even left my player's foot. Usually, as you're moving, you guess one way or the other, then the shot comes. Go look at the shot. If you know anything about the game, just go look at any one of those where you moved your goalie. Bro, you moved your goalie at least 12 times. The expected goals was like 10-3. You know what that means when that happens, right? Do you know what 2-second delay means? That means that when I press left, for instance... When you moved your goalie, let's go back. Let's just talk about this one thing. When, yeah, with 2 second delay. Exactly, that's the point. How do you think I went from what I'm doing in these games and what I did to you all the way up until I couldn't move? How do you not tell as a player who plays this game? Doesn't even matter if you've played one day. How could you not see the difference, you idiot? You moron, all my stuff is online. See, you can always tell these troll losers. Here, get on here so we can hear your loser voice. All my stuff's online. Here, hold on. You moron. Where do you want to go to? On here. Show me where your name is on here. Hold on. And this idiot won't even know what I'm about to show him either. And then he can look at my channel too, but he's going to go, oh, he'll be a troll and be like, oh, I can't. So look, hey, dipshit, how do you think you get in here, you moron? Do you have eyes? I already posted all this for loser trolls like you already, you dipshit. Look. Do you think this? Go try to get in here. Go try to get in. Go try to get in. And you play for nothing except for lag. You're a lag switching loser. And we all caught you in 4K. Now your PSN is going to be out there. It don't matter if it's 100 people that see it, because you watch how many people see this at the end. 100 people will see this. Now you're just proving that you're a troll, because everybody can see when there's lag. You can see when your goalie can move and the player's not shooting the ball. You can see all this shit online, but you're saying, oh, you're not this, you're not that. You could see that you could see how bad the lag was in game, but you're sitting there wherever you're at playing for nothing like a loser, and you don't even play football. You could see where you gave up goals to 3-second delay, and that you've played thousands of hours. Are you this big of an idiot? Do you know what I'm in right now? You are this stupid? You don't even know what this is, do you? When you play, you get invited into Battlefly. Well, now it's in the game. But see, you don't even know what this is, which shows that you're not a comp player. It shows that you're just one of those losers that sits there switching between your internet and hotspot to get wins, and you go nowhere. I've asked you 10 times, show me anything. Show me anything that you've done, and it's going to be nothing. You say, oh, I touch grass, not like these guys in your stream, or whatever you said about touching grass. Hey, dipshit, we play because we like the game. We play because we have a purpose. You play for nothing. You got your ass toyed with when it counted. Anybody can win with 2-second delay. That's like Messi having 2 broken legs and you come in going, oh, well, you were up 2-0, then I whooped you. You couldn't even move, bro. Yeah, I had 2 broken legs, but you would be the loser that goes, I beat Messi, bro. I beat Messi. I got all the messages. What did you say about touching grass? And I said, bro, you're playing for nothing. Don't act like if you could have a purpose, making money, doing something. Don't do the touch grass line when you play hundreds and thousands of hours and you fail. People in this stream actually have success and play because they love football. I know, these losers are all the same. But notice the difference between him and like Danny from earlier. I don't know if you were in here, but notice the difference. Because you clearly are a lag switcher, bro. You proved it. The first thing you said on your thing was what? I didn't lag switch, if that's what you mean. See, look at this loser. $100 tournaments. He doesn't even know what PlayStation tournaments are. This dude's a moron. And he's still in this game, and that's what we have to deal with. First thing he brought up is lag. So that was this dude, by the way. You're showing me. Then he doesn't. Then I'm showing him. Or I thought he said he was comp player, but I don't think he did. All right, let's get another dub. But anyway, the point is, these losers, for the 11th time, show us that you actually have a purpose in this game. What have you... Oh, you've surely played the tournament, so what... What the fuck's that stupid early release shit? Show us, have you won that? Do you have Dolan? Show me anything. That's nothing, by the way. I'm letting you off easy. But if you're not as bad as you were in those first forever, and then your quote-unquote game got... As the lag setting conveniently, you started playing good, then show me you're not one of these players that I'm destroying when there's not lag all of a sudden. I'm not lag switching. Just luck FC. How about just a loser? Shoddy, you were a lag switching loser. You said you watched the game, and the fact that you didn't acknowledge that what happened, it just shows, bro, you gave yourself away. Again, I don't know how many analogies I have to come with to make up for your stupid ass, but that would like be someone would be getting shot, right? And I would go, "Did you shoot the person?" Go watch the tape, and you would come back and go, "I didn't see anything happen, man. I don't even." Clearly, you did it, then, because clearly you can see what's going on, bro. You're just a terrible liar, but that loser mentality that rats have, it spreads into your... You guys are never intelligent, bro. You're never intelligent. You guys are never intelligent. No, I love doing this, KD. Oh, he quit. Look, every fucking player's scared. But at least he didn't lag cheat. At least he didn't lag cheat. I will say, though, for like a loser like this, right? To me, they're losers. And I'm telling you, go look up the definition here. I'll look it up. When I call like shoddy SLL a loser, no matter which way you look at it, he is. Oh, fuck, I was in a game. He just quit. My opponent just quit. I was wondering, when you were asking if I was in the game... Hold on, I gotta X out of this Discord. Sorry. I was in a game, dude. Look. My opponent quit. Why the fuck won't it? Dude, I X'd out of my Discord. I don't know why it's not popping out. One sec. That ain't making no sense, but whatever. Anyway. Yeah, so the dude quits. I got my coins at least. After I got a shot, look at this. This is what happened before he quit. I'll just play the whole game for you. Watch this. Look at this. The difference between the... I'll play the whole game over for you. Look at what this dude does. Yeah, the difference between a loser like this who just quits after he sees he's going to get his ass beat is at least he knew and he left, right? Obviously, why even play if you're going to do this? But he didn't lag cheat and he knew it would be wasted. He could have, and he could have got the win. But what would be the point? It would just be a waste of his time. You got a guy like this shoddy guy that he was getting his ass kicked like this. Probably even, it was even worse if you remember. And instead of staying and playing the game, which that wasn't even good. I got lucky on that bounce to that shot. But I guess he could just tell. But instead of staying in lag switching or something, he leaves. So I would tell him, what's the point of playing? But at least he didn't waste more of his time like shoddy. Even if, let's say, he couldn't tell that there was lag than there was, well, then you know that you're playing like shit when you're getting your ass kicked before it. But then you still go and play the same way that you fail over and over and over. Is that not loser mentality? It's by definition, no matter how you split it up. You said you started lagging, clearly wanting to say it because why are you playing the victim role? I have no idea what that even means, bro. LOL, dude, you said you started lagging. Clearly wanting to say I caused why you playing the victim role. Dude, it's common sense. If you came out and had somewhat skill, and then I just happened to get 2 goals, that happens, bro. You were terrible, Shotty. You don't realize how bad you were, do you? You were worse than these guys that I'm smoking on here. And you went from getting destroyed to 5 goals. Dude, I don't care. No one in their right mind is going to look at that and go, oh, that's normal, you idiot. Even if you didn't have nothing to do with it, you would have recognized that. You would have recognized you were getting destroyed, and boom, you got 5 goals, and your answer was, you couldn't take my game. You sound like an idiot. OKD, you're new here, bro? I thought you knew. So, yeah, so that's what we're talking about, the tournaments where this idiot said. So I won PlayStation tournament / an FC25. Grabbed the 2K packs. I packed Closa and like a bunch of good players. I got 500K out of it. I had like 20K coins. That took me to 500K. And then this is the team I built. But I'm changing them because I just switched into this 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. And this 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, it cooks, dude. It's the instant 4-2-1-3 killer, which is why losers like Shoddy and them are getting smoked by this. But that's just a side note. So wait, since he left, did I get the win or no? I don't think I did. No, I don't have Odegaard. Here. Let me do one more. Hey, I'm going to move on after this, but everything you did just proved every point I made. Anybody with eyes would have seen how bad you were getting destroyed at the beginning of the game, and you acted like you weren't. So this will go live for everyone, but either way, the point is, nobody goes from getting destroyed like that, right? That wasn't just, 2-0, but getting destroyed like that to scoring 5 unanswered goals. Nobody goes from letting up 6 shots, boom, 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 and 2 goals, and it would have been more, but the goalie crap. But either way, even just the 2, nobody goes from that to scoring 5 unanswered goals. Yep, I'm about to right now. I'm about to do a video for it. So yeah, have a nice one, bro, but you got to get real with yourself, because if you didn't lag switch, you sure as hell are making yourself look like you did. And I don't even know if you realize it. But good luck. Alright. Here you go, boys. So, pure domination. And these tactics are absolutely beasts. So, I strongly recommend you at least give it a try. Some players, like my boy Boomfa, is like, I don't like narrow formations. But I would set it up. I would set it up and try it, especially if you like passing patterns and passing and moving. I strongly suggest you set it up. Alright. I'm going to open these packs and then do it. KD, are you serious? You got to get a team on the field, bro. If you make smart decisions, you can open them and use some good players. I like Lee Kang. Not this particular card, but in real life, I like him. Dude, it's been so hard to find good kits, man. None of the kits are, like, on sale yet in the store. I don't know if you guys have noticed that or not. Alright, so wait a second. So did I get credit for that win when that dude left or no? It's saying I'm here. Let me check. I'm curious how that works. I want to share with you guys too. If any of you are new here too, by the way, how I got this play to... Do you think this is normal? Bitch. I'm fighting for my life. So 4, I was at 4, and then I won 2 games. So I lost. Nope, I didn't get credit. 1. Wait, yeah, I did get credit for that one. Okay. 2 more. Keep your run going, Dindo. Closer. 3-second delay. As that game went on. Not only that, you could see it from the last game. At the beginning when Whoa. I'm trying to see this, like what players gods, and then I could upgrade from there. Not that. Let's see. Going into it, I was in. It's bad. He's a beast, but you can upgrade. Yeah, cool guys. So you do get credit when they leave like that. So I got credit for that win. Did you guys know? I guess I knew they changed it, but I thought they were still like making rules for it or some shit. So I literally still have just that one loss for my rivals. So as I get into this, hold on. I gotta check that objective, see if I got the 5. Yep, cool. All right, now we can build. Okay, you ready for this, guys? Let's see. So this is a video start, so that's why I'm doing a little reintroduction. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. OG here, and this is my first shot at Rivals. I came from moments to squad battles to the early access tournament, got the early access tournament win, then came into Rivals. I did play, I think, 2 games in the 4-2-1-3, won both of those. But outside of that, as you can see, I've absolutely been cooking, and I wanted to take a break to show you why. Now, I'm not saying I couldn't have done this in a 4-2-1-3, but this right here creates so many more passing options, so many more beautiful football moments. It's so much more fun to play, and it's great watching the 4-2-1-3 players reel trying to get through this setup. It is, for lack of a better word, a killer of 4-2-1-3 defensively. And the reason, as you can probably guess, is because the shape naturally cuts out those gaps that makes the 4-2-1-3 so dangerous. But then on the attack, even though they have 2 center defensive mids, we literally have at any given time 6 players, because I have, as you'll see when I go through these tactics, I have Theo Hernandez overlapping on the left, Endo's making runs through, and then of course Foden is a half winger, so he's pushing from the center where he actually gets a lot of interceptions. A lot of times the ball doesn't even get back to where Conte has to get involved, much less my 4 backs, because the opponents panic. They aren't used to this many numbers, and it's not even really the numbers, it's more the players in the positions they are. Blocking those natural through balls they typically have. So I recognize this. I made the switch. I will still have 4-2-1-3 as my backup, and then I will have a 4-2-3-1 wide, as well as a 4-2-3-1 wide defensive. And my all-out attacking is always the 4-5-1 attacking with 2 cams. Just so you know, we're not going to go over the rest because I have a tactics set that I released. You can look at that for my 4-2-1-3, 4-2-3-1 wide, everything, right? All those backup setups will still remain the same. The only difference is I will have this 4-1-2-1-2 narrow as my go-to, as my starter setup. Now, when I said it has so many more passing options, why is that? Again, you can probably guess. Triangles everywhere. Football is triangles. FC knows it. That's why they made their whole transition all about triangles. And this formation is the epitome of what triangles do, right? From Indo, Gyökeres, and Dolan to Teo Hernandez, Indo, and Conti. Yes, you could say Kanati, but I like to keep the center backs out of it. I want them to win the ball and then immediately play it. Conti, Foden, James, right? Foden, Donovan, Dolan. Conti, Foden, Dolan. And then you can even skip over because Dolan's a half winger, which gives me great options. Foden and Dolan as half wingers means as they're making those runs to the outside, I can let them keep going and play them wide and turn this into almost a 4-4-2 in the attack. Or I can keep them more centralized, either through player lock or manipulating their runs with L1 and R1. So you have the options. It looks like a completely narrow setup, but these guys as half wingers, really, if I let them go all the way out wide, it becomes a 4-4-2, right? And it can attack, though, in a narrow setup still. It just depends what I choose with my runners. Yes, it sounds intricate, and it is in a way. It takes skill, but you can have fun learning it, and you'll have fun right off the bat. The first thing you'll notice, too, isn't even attacking. It's defensively. When those opponents mostly playing in the 4-2-1-3 or 4-2-3-1 narrow, whichever way, most of the time when they get the ball, they're able to work it up somewhat easily to at least a certain point, to like the top of your box. That goes out the window with this setup. Your opponents will instantly start playing the ball right into Foden, Endo, Dolan even sometimes. And if not, you got your CDM there. Now, as I go through the setup and player roles, I want to go through the player play styles that they have, each play style that you should try to look for in the positions, right? So, keeper, I pack Khan, as you can see. He is on goalkeeper because that's what he has the ++ in. I wish he could play sweeper keeper, ideally ++ in build up. I like my keeper coming as far up as possible. If need be and he needs to interrupt the play, he'll be pushed up and ready to do so. But goalkeeper is just fine, right? And support. For wingbacks, both of them, it's a little more open. On my fullback, your typical play styles, right? Intercept is okay, but really, for wingbacks, out of everything, I would say jockey and then anticipate. Why jockey? I know it's probably common sense, but if you have to stay with shifty wingers, jockey or particularly jockey plus helps you the most, right? But I'm not as strict on looking for, particular play styles for my wingbacks. Jockey's ideal 1,000%, which this along with the fullback plus is the reason I got James, since they aren't raising the prices or raising the overalls, the power curve so drastically. What they did was strip down the play styles and player roles so they could still release promo cards and team of the weeks and stuff, but what you're going to go after is better player roles and play styles. So James having not only jockey but more importantly fullback plus, when you can scour every player for it, and many don't have fullback plus, the most popular, right, play style to have. He became absolutely worth it. I think I spent like $11K because I had plenty of fodder, but even at $42K, right, as a stay back right back. People look at the 81 pace and go, oh, the wingers are so much faster. Guys, he's not in a foot race all the way down the pitch. He's a stay back wing back. So then you look at the 81 pace almost like a center back, and he's great. Defense and physical, outstanding. But then his passing, outstanding, dribbling, even shooting if he does get up. Well worth it. I strongly suggest you go do Reece James unless you go with 2 wing backs, which more power to you. My opinion, it's no good. I know Nick runs the foot market. Showed he's been using 2. I don't suggest it. Unless you know you can handle it, I would go 1. And I would go 1 as a wing back if you have that. Again, Theo's just one of those players that's incredible. He has the anticipate. I wish I could get rid of block to have jockey. Don't really need block. It's better than having no extra play style next to anticipate. But I would definitely choose jockey, right? Now, and then since he's a wing back, obviously rapid and quick step, they both help as well. But he does have the bruiser too. So that doesn't hurt when you're on the wing, running down a midfielder or a striker, whoever, knocking them off the ball. So much easier with bruiser, right? Sometimes they can turn into fouls, but if you time it right, bruiser can be great for wing backs or really any defensive player. For your CDM, Intercept Plus is a must, right? And I love the fact that Conte essentially resurrected himself in FC after he was the man forever. Then he fell off, and we thought we won't get Conte again until he's an icon. We thought he'd ride off into the distance in the Saudi League, and boom, he's back. And he's a beast. An absolute monster. Really, if he just had an Intercept Plus, he'd be fine. But you add in Press Proven and especially Relentless, he's all over the place, so Relentless helps him a ton. I mean, this is a no-brainer. And how cheap he is almost criminal. Same with Theo. How cheap he is because of the Saudi move and then his downgrade in stats. Bro, they downgraded just about everybody. These two are way too cheap. So I'm glad I have him in my team. Indo, an absolute beast, right? Playstyle-wise, he has nothing that I would want, right? Deep line playmaker, I'd rather have incisive pass all day long. Then long ball pass. Then I guess you could say ping pass, but I'd probably even go tiki-taka, then ping pass. Relentless is cool and Press Proven, but really, I mean, I guess he does make some runs up, but he's more of a deep line playmaker. So I wanted him to have way more passing, right? Maybe even a little bit of shooting when he does make darting runs, but he's still a good pickup for a free player at the beginning of the year. I almost took Stanisic and my gut said take Indo, and thank God I did because the whole trajectory of my team, I would add Stanisic would have been on the bench right now. Or I would have went a route that, wouldn't have led me to this team, and there's not a better team. Except for the changes I'm about to make, and you'll stay tuned for those. Obviously, for my half wingers, your typical, your rapids, your quick steps. They do a lot of cutting in, but they do a lot of shots on the center. So low driven, which Foden has. He also has the ability to do travels, but he's mainly cutting from the right to the left, so I wish he had finesse, right? Travell pass is cool, but not needed. First touch and technical is great. Technical is OP this year. The way players dribble with technical, like your defender sometimes will run right by him. It's crazy. So I wish all my attackers had technical for sure. Really, my wingbacks and all my attackers, right? Shoot, you could even give it to Indo sometimes. Could use it. So my other half winger, right, is coming from the cam position. Dolan, obviously, I won him from winning the early release tournament. He's an absolute beast. He does have incisive pass. That's great. Wish he had finesse shot. He doesn't really need whip pass. Sometimes he's on the wing. It's not bad to have, but and then Trickster. His play styles are pretty trash. Besides incisive pass, right? But he plays well above his stats. And to be honest, he was the first player, I swear this too, in years, like back in the day it was a little bit better, but in years that I could get an honest review from on Footbin. Usually it's just all trolls. You don't even want to look at the comments. But I just was curious what people were saying. And it was mainly talk about how sweaty the tournament was and all how hard it was and all that. But there were some good reviews, so I gave him a try because people were like, dude, his stats mean nothing. He's a beast. He's a beast. Guys, if you can win Dolan, he is a monster. Right? So then we get to our strikers. Both beasts. Donovan, I had him as my cam. First touch plus, right? Rapid. Chip shot's pointless, but then he also has game changers. So he's got Travels. The 4-star weak foot. He only as a striker can have false 9. But that first touch is huge. For coming to the ball and having a great first touch, you couldn't ask for a better, play style plus for him. But again, I guess over finesse for a striker, even though he was playing cam is what I was thinking more. But striker, I wish he had low driven. Finesse shot too, but he's more of a player that's going to be weaving in and out, hitting the ball low and hard to the corner. But for the amount that he costs, like 130 or so K, he looks like he's a little on the rise, but he's an absolute steal, right? And then you got this monster, Gyökeres, right? Finesse shot, power shot, acrobatic, low driven. The two most important, obviously, low driven and finesse. Even though finesse, I would probably change for Travella because sometimes strikers are at that weird angle. And if you could play, just bend it at that angle around the goalie, it'd be great. But 4-star weak foot, he can shoot either way. And he's just insane. So beggars can't be choosers. Press proven, great form as well. And of course, we'll get to the playstyle plus, but quick step, again, which is excellent. When he gets going, he's going. And he's got the one and only Enforcer Plus, which is just as OP or right around technical. Now when players are hunting you down, maybe they're faster, maybe they're more agile, they make a good little weave to get to you. And usually they would. No, you use your L2 button as you're dribbling, and Gyökeres will naturally find them and shield them. Right? It's pretty insane. It throws defenders off, and it's brilliant once you get to use it. I'm still trying to master it since it's so new. But absolute beast. So, those are the players. Right? This was a team I had before that 2K pack that I used my tournament winnings on. And if you wonder why I always say how I got it and all that, I'm well aware this looks like a credit card FC. But since it's not, I got to just make sure people know. Absolutely not. I busted my butt in PlayStation tournaments FC25, the worst game ever, with 200 pings sometimes, all on stream, as my voice cracks like I'm 10 again. All on stream so you could check them out. So I busted my butt to get the coins, to get the packs that got me Closa, who sold for like 450K, plus the rest of the players that gave me this beautiful team. Right? It wasn't no credit card FC. But anyway, it's funny seeing the raise in team once I did get that pack. Right? So now, tactics. 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. If you want my backups, like I said, go to my FC26 tactics set. Released just in the past few days. Scroll down, you can find all the other ones. But for this bad boy, I'm telling you, it cooks, the 4-2-1-3. I'm telling you, it cooks, period. All right? Take my word for it. So, counter and 70 depth, right? You have a good, clustered bunch of players closing down the important space that many opponents want to go through. Don't give them all this space sitting deep to sit up further and maybe get lucky. Push up. 70, I think, is just about perfect. I wouldn't go higher or lower. I think 70 is perfect, but you can play with it if you want. So counter and high. There you go. Goalkeeper defend we talked about. Fullback we talked about, but this is where I got to change it. I'm glad we came in here. Fullback versatile is what you want. Now why? Fullback defend, all they do is become almost like a third center back, right? You don't want that. Balanced, they'll go out wide more, right? Which is good because when you need a passing option, they're more wide. But versatile, reading from the game, can move inside to form a back three or push slightly forward and wider to support the build-up. They have the best of both worlds, right? Defend and balance. So choose versatile. Well, why is versatile important instead of defend? Because sometimes you do want your wingbacks to go wide. So if you had fullback plus plus, it would be even better. But fullback plus versatile, it's huge because on the other side we're using wingback. So if Hernandez is up and we need someone pushed in, helping, so Kanati can scoot over a little, James will do it. Speaking of Hernandez, wingback, support. Always support. Why? Because if you go with balanced on wingback, they actually become more attacking, meaning they won't always track back. Sometimes they'll sit up like they're attacking players. Forget that. This allows Theo Hernandez to attack, but then as soon as we lose the ball, he's hustling back. No cheating forward, which is needed. So wingback support. Conte holding defend, nothing to talk about there. It's just he's a number 6, point blank period. Deep line playmaker on Indo. You can go box crasher here, right? And I can't because he's a CM. Sorry. I forgot. I was coming from the two CDMs. If you could play box crasher, you wouldn't want to, so don't worry about it. The reason why I was saying that and why I have him on build up instead of defend is because we have Conte sitting here no matter what. But you have Hernandez getting up to attack too. So if I had box crasher here instead of deep line playmaker, right? I could get caught with both Indo and Hernandez up, and then Conte or Kanate is going to have to slide over like a wingback. Conte's going to be, it's going to be a mess. Having a deep line playmaker and a wingback, they complement each other. Almost like a push-pull. And they make a lot of connecting passes, so it works out. But the reason why I have him on deep line playmaker build up instead of defend, because you could almost see it on here. No pushing up, pushing up. If the chance presents itself, or if I do a manual give and go or something, it's good to have Indo in an area to be even just a decoy or just an added threat, right? Because then he's still not pushing all the way up. Box crashers make runs into the box trying to score. He's more there for support. Whereas Theo Hernandez is getting up and back, looking to do what he can to help. Sometimes he'll cut in. He'll definitely get some goals. Or, more importantly, he'll get assists, right? And then we move into our attacking four. Two not very popular player roles. Half winger. One for my Cam Dolan. One for Phil Foden, who's playing CM, which is huge that they opened up and didn't restrict the positions as much, because you can get stuff like this. This is magical. You can see where it turns into a 4-4-2 if I allow it. Meaning, as Foden moves to go out wide right, there's a lot of times where I'll change his run form and move him straight, keep him narrow. Or, as he runs out wide, I'll call him back so he almost pulls the defender away, then comes in and now we got a gap. It's brilliant, guys. Even as Dolan's making that run outside, he'll take defenders away, and I'll either stop him sometimes if he's gotten openings, or he'll take defenders away and I'll have Indo in there, Foden in there, cutting in. Like, it's so intricate, man, and defenders have a fit with it, right? So these two half wingers aren't just, don't totally think of them, oh, they just play left and right mid. No. They just play left and right wing. No. They're as versatile as it comes. And I have both on balance because I don't want them just running away, right? I don't want them just running away, staying up top. Balance is perfect. Like I said, Foden and Dolan will get a fair share of interceptions even. It's brilliant, okay? And, of course, in the strikers. Now, a lot of people playing double strikers are playing both advanced forward or one advanced forward, one poacher. Yes, Donovan only can play false nine, which is why I even looked at it. But then it worked out so perfect, which is what we assumed, because now Donovan which I wouldn't have known this if I had a player with advanced forward or poacher. I would have just went to that. Donovan comes 2, which pulls defenders with him, creates space for Gyökeres to go in, or Dolan to run through, or Foden. So you'll have one attack where Dolan's all the way out wide left, Phil's all the way out wide right, and then you'll have attacks and goals scored where Phil's staying in the middle, or Phil and Dolan are attacking just how you see now because I manipulated their runs, and the opponent won't know what to do, right? So these are the play styles. Key is triangle, triangle, triangle. Try to pass and move, not playing long through balls either on the ground or in the air, right? No spamming, just spam through ball, spam through ball. No, you can play beautiful football here, period. So, when I opened that pack, I could have kept Klose up top. I sold out Klose. I sold out those players to get this team. Simple as that. Here are the changes now, right? Would you like to save your changes? Yes. Absolutely. Now, you guys are going to get a sneak peek. The reason I haven't done it yet is because they are raising a little in the market. And they might just stay there. They might go up. They might go down. But it's worth a look. Right? It's worth a look. So 1 second, let me see this. Alright, yeah. I want to make sure these were the changes I'm making. So, changes. It's actually an A or a B. But Donovan is going away. Okay? Pavard going away. Endo is up in the air because he is solid, but could be getting replaced. And I'll tell you why I'm going this route. Yes, Donovan is good. Very good. He does well up top. No doubt about it. Is he better than Marmoush? Yes. But believe it or not, he's not tremendously better. And Marmoush's biggest thing, honestly, isn't even the stats. His biggest, thing that makes him not comparable to Donovan, he's right there with pace, right there with shooting, right there with dribbling. A little bit lower passing, but I don't think Donovan's got, 80 yet. But as a striker where Marmoush would play here, I wouldn't mind. He would just go to the left. Gyökeres would go to the right because he has a 3-star weak foot left. I'd cut in with his right. But nonetheless, for a player that I packed that's free, that's 50K on the market, might as well get some use out of him, right? And if I do that, then you're either going to see Van Dijk here, Saliba here, or, because we got the La Liga and the France going, Koundé. Van Dijk, Saliba, or Koundé are the only 3 options, right? Then, if I don't go that route, my alternative is still selling Pavard, still selling Donovan, but we replace Pavard with way overly producing, but definitely going to crash eventually, which is LaCroix. LaCroix would come in with the France trio in the center, and then you have another Frenchman out wide left, right? Some Englishmen in there. A Japanese fellow, a German fellow, just a melting pot, boys. But anyway, this would become one of the 3. Van Dijk, Saliba, right? Van Dijk, Saliba, or Koundé, okay? But some would say, you already have Konate, you can't get a slow defender like Van Dijk. The speed never affects me. Even those times where it looks like Konate might just about get burnt, he gets his body in there. He does it brilliantly. The positioning, all of it, it's so good, right? And then last but not least, I'd sell both of these still. We talked about getting LaCroix, so who do you think would come here? The Swedish connection, Isak. The Swedish connection, Isak, which would add to our Liverpool player unless he gets replaced, right? So, Isak, who's a beast, or Van Dijk / Saliba, one of them. They're all beasts. They're all beasts. Last but not least, Endo. Now, the reason I haven't made this switch yet is it's kind of parallel. But Tenali, who's an absolute monster, and he can play Box Crasher, but as I told you earlier, as tempting as that is, as much as it would be a great, attacking setup with a Box Crasher, you wouldn't have enough coverage if you want to play a wingback. Now, if you say get, I don't know, Nkapie, you put him out wide left, right, as a wingback, a fullback, along with James, similar, then you could make Endo a Box Crasher, or whoever, a Box Crasher. Absolutely. Because now you have that coverage that you wouldn't have if Dio is playing wingback. But if you are going to do that, the fullback part, right, you just have to make sure you're staying disciplined with it. Because that will become your, while Endo's getting stuck up, sometimes if he's playing Box Crasher, that will be your responsibility, right, to cover the space and whatnot. Which sometimes can be easier when you have, like, let's say an Endo that's more pushed back and in that interception lane. Whereas others might think, oh, that would be perfect for us if we had a fullback then. And you're saying defensively. Now we have so many guys. But if Endo gets pushed all the way up near, let's say, Gyökeres, or he's up around the goal, and your opponent can play the ball, and now you have to make a decision who to pull out of place because Conti's over dealing with, another player or whatever the case is. And then you just have Theo and Kanati. And let me tell you, it's one of the most uncomfortable feelings, a feeling of impending doom when you have control of Kanate and you're trying to shuffle with him. You don't want to leave yourself in that circumstance. So you just got to make sure if Endo gets caught up, you have your back line covered, right? You have to make sure that. And then other than that, that's everything. So I'm exhausted. I don't know if you could tell, but towards the end of that, I think I was 50% awake, 50% asleep. So if that started drifting off in what made sense, like my brain cells are drifting off right now, I do apologize. But for the most part, I helped you. Shoddy, it's not about being mad, bro. I mean, it is. It's more frustrated, but I also just do this to try to reach out and see what the player's MO is. So, I know I might have been able to do it in a better way. And I do try that, man, but it just sucks when you put in all that work and when you know your level's above and then you show it at the beginning and then next thing you know, it's like, poof, no more playing. Can't move. Right? So, of course, it's going to get frustrating, but it's not like, oh, I'm mad at you or I hate you, Shoddy. It's never personal, bro. I'm just very blunt. I tell it how it is. It's not militant. It's not militant. So that's going to be that, guys. I'll finish my rush games next. Obviously, we'll look at the daily content, any leaks that we know about. Rush content's next. I got to get 5 games done. I might finish all or most of them offline because I know a lot of people don't like watching Rush. But once I get those objectives are done. And then got to get back to the objectives for Rivals, for the silver icons, and then just the foundations of weekly stuff. Right? This one we just need what? One more game here. Score 10 with the German. One more. So my next squad battles game, boom. Right? And I get Hagel. So, yeah, that's everything. Hey, if you haven't already, please smash that like button. Right? It means a lot. I know a lot of people forget. And especially, please remember to subscribe. It's a fast-growing channel, but it's still super tiny. And it would be so much bigger, which gives it a better chance of getting seen. Right? Let's see this. Yeah, so even though I'm small, it still would mean a lot if you guys could try to help me keep growing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There's always a super high percentage of people who follow the channel who watch but don't subscribe. And that should be it. I'll keep working my butt off to try to get you guys good content. I know these tactics will cook, so please leave in the comment section once they do. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section. And just a very, very, very last thing. Yes, I have YouTube memberships. Yes, I have a Discord that's $3 a month, $2.99 really. Gamester FC, you can search it. I'll help you with all of this. It will be laid out for you. And obviously you can learn from it and do everything you need. But if that's too much for you, no big deal, man. I also have merch. I was able to find a way to sell all the same materials that Prada, Gucci, even some of your like Abercrombie, whoever. All the biggest name brands. Only my logo instead, which is a badass logo. If you ever want to support that or want some cool ass merch, you could see for yourself. It's no gimmicky stuff. It's cool as hell. Find the link in my YouTube bio. So, with that said, thank you guys so much, and I will see you on the next one. Peace!